So you're taking a practice test and you don't know how to do a problem, and then when you go back and check it, it tells you that this word problem is a system of equations. How could you solve this type of question? Well, in today's video, we're going to look at exactly how you could solve a word problem when it's a system of equations. Check it out. The sum of three numbers is 855. One of the numbers is x, is 50% more than the sum of the other two numbers. What is the value of x? So when you're attempting a question like this, you want to do it in pieces as you go. First of all, sum. What are we doing? We're adding. What are we adding? Three numbers. Is means equals 855. If all you've read with that was that first sentence, you'd know it would be x plus y plus z is 855 because you don't know any of those three numbers. Next piece. One of the numbers x is 50% more than the sum of the other two. That's another equation. X, remember we said is means equals 50% more. What is 50% more? It's 1.5. Now I know. Most of you look at this and you say, oh, I take 50% of a number and then add it to itself to get 50% more. But you got to know this shortcut for a question like this on SAT. So if you increase some number by 90%, you multiply by 1.9. If you increase it by 9%, you multiply by 1.09. If you increase it by 9.5%, you multiply by 1.095. So these are things you need to know for the SAT. Back to the question. X is 50% more than the sum of the other two. What are the other two? They're y and z. What's the sum of the other two? Y plus z. Has to go in parentheses because it's the sum of the other two. And now we've got our system of equations. What happens in this circumstance? We've only got two equations, but we've got three variables. Ordinarily, you could only solve one variable. You would need an equation. If you have two variables, you'd need two equations to solve it. And usually if you have three variables, you need three equations to solve it. There's several different types of questions on SAT where you'll see that there's too many variables. And what do you do in that case? In one type of question, you got to get the equations to look alike. That's not this type of question. In another type of question, the question might ask for the relationship of two variables like x over y or something like that. That's not this type of question either. What's this type of question? This type of question you could substitute in for or eliminate for two variables at once. And keep in mind that the ones that you isolate are the ones that you eliminate if you're substituting. And if you're not substituting and you're eliminating, then it's much easier to see what you're eliminating. So we're looking for the value of x. Remember, what we isolate is what we eliminate. So what do? I divide both sides by 1.5. The 1.5's cancel, and I get y plus z equals x over 1.5. So I'm going to write that here. X over 1.5 equals y plus z. Now, in this equation, you see y plus z. In place of y plus z, I'm going to put x over 1.5. And this equation becomes x plus x over 1.5 equals 855. Now, what do you like working with? Decimals, fractions, or whole numbers? You want to work with whole numbers. So what do you got to do to this equation to get whole numbers? What you actually want to do is you want to multiply the whole thing by 3. So when I distribute that 3, what I get is 3x plus, and then the 1.5 is half of the 3, so it would be plus 2x equals, and then this is with calc math. You pull out your calculator, you do 855 times 3, and you get 2,565. 2,565. Add your x's, you get 5x equals 2,565. Then you divide both sides by 5, and what do you get? You get that x equals 5 513. Answer choice B is your correct answer. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You could share it with someone who has trouble solving systems of equations when there are too many variables and just translating from a word problem for a system of equations. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.